So you really want to think about a self-going horse, and then for the leg yield that it's leg off, leg off, leg off. And then that can become even more subtle where it's just calf off. Hello everyone, in this video we are covering walk leg yields, and it's really great if you're having trouble with your leg yields or if you're just introducing leg yields to your horse to do it at the walk. I do a lot of leg yields with my horses as a warm-up as well in the walk. Because I find it's a great way to start getting them supple, getting them listening to your aids before you go on up to the trot. A few words of caution: if you have like a young horse or a horse that gets really backed off the contact in the walk, I wouldn't recommend it for those type of horses. There are some horses that I have, like if they have a really long, big, slow walk, or if they don't really know yet how to accept the contact in the walk, doing leg yields can cause them to get like really tense and nervous. So if you feel like your horse is getting backed off, or they're getting tense, or they're getting nervous, please go up to the trot, ride them a bit more forward. With some horses it is actually easier to do the leg yields at trot, but there are horses and riders that I find doing the leg yield at the walk is a really useful exercise. So bottom line, it's not for everyone, but it can be a great exercise both for you and for your horse. So in this video, I'm going to talk about the aids for the leg yield. I'm going to go over a few different ways that you can kind of work on your leg yield. The first thing before you start your leg yields is you need to have like a really active walk. So what I mean by active is I need to feel like my horse is kind of walking on his tippy toes, and that it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The biggest mistakes that I see with my students, and I've seen a lot of your videos, is that your walk is just way too slow. Like there is not enough activity in your walk. So step one is get this really nice active walk and shorten up your reins just enough that you have a little bit of a contact and that your horse is, on the bit, so slightly flexed at the pole. But again, you can only take as much contact as you're able to maintain this activity. When you do take up contact in the walk, make sure that your hands really stay forward feeling and that you're just using your fingers and your wrists to supple. Then to start with your leg yields, the most simple way is to turn up the quarter line. First, get your horse straight. Make sure the walk is active enough. Let the shoulder take one step over, and then apply your inside leg to push the hind legs over. So it's always important in your leg yield that you want your horse to be mostly parallel to the long side, but you do want the shoulder to be very slightly leading, because if you don't let the shoulder go over first, your horse is going to lose energy and it's going to be really hard for them. So I'm going to show again, this will be good going towards the camera. So I'm going to turn up the quarter line, that's more like the center line. I'm going to flex him slightly to the left. I'm going to let the shoulder move a little over, and then I'm going to use my inside leg. So left leg, left leg, left leg, right rein, left leg, right rein. Towards the end of that leg yield, he got a little bit too much haunches leading. But the aids for leg yield are inside leg and outside rein. So it's left leg and right rein that you're using to push your horse over in the leg yield. So again, I'm turning up the center line, and it's left leg, right rein, left leg, right rein. You don't want to be supporting your horse with your legs. So you need to be able to stretch your legs long and still have your horse going. So you could see how when I took my legs off him, he just kind of stopped. So you really want to think about a self-going horse. And then for the leg yield, that it's leg off, leg off, leg off. And then that can become even more subtle where it's just calf off. And then I'm going to make it a bit more complicated. So I'm going to flex him to the right now, and I'm going to leg yield him away from the rail. And again, it's right leg, left rein, right leg, left rein. And then a little bit my right fingers to make him supple on the right. And then my activity in the walk. And if my horse is too lazy, I might push him up to a few trot steps and just say, hey, like, you need to be walking on your tippy toes, because I don't want to have to squeeze with my legs for the leg yield. Leg off, and then straight. So once you can do the leg yield in both directions, start alternating with your leg yield left and your leg yield right. Good boy, good boy. And then reward your horse. You know, I kind of got after him a little because he was being a bit lazy. And he did it well. So what you can do to reward your horse is go up to the trot for a little bit, allow them to go a bit more forward. But part of why I like working on the leg yields at the walk is that they give both the horse and the rider a little bit more time to figure out what to do with their bodies, like which aids to apply, where to position themselves. So I'm going to do the same thing now. But first thing is he's not in front of my leg in the walk there. So always before you start your leg yield, you have to check in with the activity. If your horse doesn't feel like they're kind of walking on their tippy toes, then you can't do the leg yield because you don't have enough energy in your walk. Don't be afraid if your horse feels like they're really doggy in the walk, you know, to push them up to a little bit of trot. So nice active walk, flexion to the right, push him over. Good. Good. I'm going to flex him a little to the left. So leg yield has flexion, but not bend. So there should be a little bit of flexion in my horse's jaw, but there's not bend in his whole body like you need to have for your shoulder in or your haunches in. So what I felt there in that leg yield, I liked the activity. I liked that he stayed pretty soft in my hands. What I didn't like was that I could feel that the reaction to my right leg wasn't good enough. Like when I put my right leg on, his right hind leg didn't react quick enough. There. So flexion right. Good. Good. Flexion left. Leg. There, leg off. Let me show you what I'm doing with my leg. So it's leg off. And then calf. I want him to just react to my calf, but if he doesn't react to my calf, then I have to give a little machine gun aid with my leg. So what I mean by a machine gun aid is where I go kick to make him wake up on that side, to make him move off of it. So calf, leg, off. Calf, there. Good. Good boy. Good. And then reward your horse. Good boy. So it seems like a small thing, but that's a really, really good exercise to get your horse more listening to your left leg and your right leg. The leg yield also really works on suppleness. And it really helps for when you go up to the trot, you know, that you can turn your horse, that your horse is listening to your leg aid for like the canter aid and all of those things. So definitely practice the leg yields at your walk. And like I said, if your horse starts to get frustrated or if you get frustrated, go up to the trot, come back to it at the walk. And let me know in the comments if this video was helpful. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We post a new video every single Wednesday, and there's a lot of great content coming up in the next few months. So thanks for watching.